Hello everyone, it's been a long time since I did one of these videos, so I thought I'd share a little bit of the starter story. You probably thought that I took the money and ran, huh? Well, Tennessee. Not hard to find me considering where my house is and everything. I'm sure a lot of people know where I live anyways. Anyways, yeah, the starter story is moving on. I've been putting pictures up about the hammerhead, and that's the next project. Really gearing myself up and building it in my head a little bit as we speak. You know, figuring out a size and everything. I'll share that with you in a minute too. But right now, I'm going to show you something about the starter story. What we've done. This is the lighting. That's why it's taking so long for me to finish the directions. You put lighting in it, it takes about 4 times as long to do anything. So anyway, so here's the lighting part. Yeah, well, here's the stand. Any of you remember the old stand was a wimpy piece of shit, a couple little pieces, you know. It was always meant for a temporary stand. So this time, and this does come with a kit. I decided to make something a little more permanent that people might like to use actually. So you got the logo here. When I put the lighting in, I'm going to probably drill a hole through one of these and run wire through it and then out, you know. Maybe even put on a wooden base or something to enhance it a little bit. But anyways, that's the base for it anyways. It's pretty girthy. But then here's the ship. It's lit up. You saw pictures of it. Now the reason for the lighting is to get away from, well, you see I'm lazy. I hate fiber optics. After doing the light coach, didn't have that many. It sucks. And we all know it sucks. So I'm trying this thing, and it worked on my Corellian Corvette in the interior. Of course, this is much bigger, and let's see, now there's a little spot around here where you can kind of see how it works a little. Now, since it's not, you know, so much light in the thing that I put together, they look like they're not giving off hardly any light at all. But once it's all done and everything, it should look pretty good. But you can just see right there how the light's going through it. Basically, you paint it all white first, spray paint it all flat white, and then, you know, because you need the light to travel through it. If you paint it all black first, the light won't travel and it'll look like shit. Anyway, so you paint it white and then black, and then your primer, base coat, and this is what you get. I'm using the strip lighting I got from Voodoo Effects. You can kind of see it down there a little bit, and just kind of matched. Again, they'll be on the direction notch, little slots in here to connect them up, and then these supports right here, I push back a little bit. I mean, if you're not putting lights, these support pieces should go all the way to the end. When you're doing lights, push it back a little. It's got plenty of support with this. Once you glue it to the bottom and everything, you know. But so, anyways, one of the things I want to bring to your attention is when you build this frame here, you got to make sure it's kind of square with the lower part. Build the lower part very first. I put those pieces together and make this jig that I put on the directions as well. You know, there's two different kind of jigs. There's the one that looks like a house, as you can see. And that's the one you put the parts together with, at least the top parts. You know, you need something flat. And then another one, which is a negative jig, as you can see, with spacer blocks on it, because, you know, there's different levels on the bottom model, so you know, you need to set flat as well. And anyways, you put those together first, and then let's see if I can lift this a little bit. It's heavy. You can see there's the bay there. These bays, it's a one-piece bay with a frame that goes around the outside edge, but it's all set up so you can light it. You just have to push it out with files, you know, thin plastic, and there you go. So then of course over here is the front, you know, or I'm sorry, the top, not the front. That's not part of it. That's an Independence Day piece. My wife's, I got to finish that for her. Needs a little paint, but yeah, this part so far, you know, the same thing. Clear parts will represent where the lights go. I just got to cut this out. Something else you have to do with these here. This isn't so bad. You don't have to cut this, but here you got to hog this out here and here. But I'd leave a little bit of material here to kind of give it some support. You know, it's got this whole building up here, which I did not do clear because I'm a lazy ass for one thing. So you might have to do some fiber optics here and there in these areas, you know, and but with the strip lighting in there, you don't have to worry about bunching it all up and running a single light source. Matter of fact, I would highly recommend not if you're going to do the clear parts, because then it'll look brighter than the rest and it'll look funny. So I would just kind of run it in there and then kind of just move it around until you see, you know, until it looks about the same. I'm using these sort of incandescent type LEDs because they give off a warmth, and that's what they used back in the 70s. They didn't have bright white LEDs. So I kind of like it. Gives a more organic feel. So that's it for that right now. You know, any of those that never seen the shop done, they're all drywalled in and everything. Mold area. Getting ready to pour these today. The one mold, sadly, I poured them on a dead level floor in the kitchen in my old house. Oh, so I thought it was dead level. I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably not with this. But it's obviously that floor wasn't dead level because you can see it's heavier at one end here than over here. But fortunately these metal tables have adjusters on it. So I'm just adjusting it until it's right, and then I'll pour them. You know, that's what I'm going to start with at first today. I want to pour just a bunch of flat pieces, you know, get those all done. And then we'll start with the smaller detail stuff, but do all the open face stuff now. It's a little cool out, which is good. The bugs are kind of down, which I have to watch for. Those fucking bugs. Anyways, yeah, that's it, I guess, you know. But the hammerhead is over here. I'll show you that real quick. It's going to be about 2 foot long. I was going to do about, I kind of scaled it out late last night, early this morning, and it was too big. It was like 30 something inches, and I didn't like it. It was just too big. It wouldn't be very cost effective. It cost too much. So this one's about 24 inches. 24 inches is 2 foot is my good luck number, it seems. You know, almost all the models I made are 24 inches long. Do pretty well. So that's the actual size it'll be using this one shot. You know, as it's blown up to the right size and everything. And of course, we got this kind of reference. The reference that's hard to find is the reference of the back of the ship. Everything that there is out there, there's not really good detailed reference showing what that looks like inside there, which kind of sucks. You know, this is probably the best thing you'll see. So I can kind of see pretty much what we got going here. It looks like some sort of round thing right here. Could be a cylinder, who knows. And then this box, which they had on the Clone Wars version here. So I can look at that for some reference, but yeah, and then of course they added an extra engine from the Clone Wars on the top back here. So, but everything else has got a lot of blockade runner parts, and I'll show them to you here. This little piece there, see that part? Well, it's a little stretched, but it's the top of the blockade runner. You can see they're very close, very similar. It's got the little teeth around the circle there. So what they did is they actually scanned model parts when they did Rogue One. And if you look closely at like the Star Destroyer, especially if you're on a big screen, you can see a lot of parts from other model kits. And then what they did for these parts here and here, which is kind of in shadow here, this might show it a little better. Here you go there. And this one, well, that's this right here. Although this one is phase 1 blockade runner, which I'm changing. Eventually I'm going to redo my blockade runner and do it with this type of detail here. I probably won't put the windows on the sides of the body, but I'm going to change that. I want to redo the engines completely anyways for the blockade runner. So you can see they're pretty much the same part. And that's the kind of, I guess maybe to tie it into the fact that it's probably the same company, as well as the space pods down here are also from the blockade runner. And even this general shape here, it's just a smaller, you know, size of that midsection on the blockade runner, as well. These fins here, you know, they're at a funky angle, as you can see. Oop, well, dropped a piece. You know, they're kind of at a funky angle. I wish they had just made them straight up and put them at this up angle like that. Kind of sucks, but, to me. Anyways. So, yeah. So that's it so far. I don't know if this is more a let me pick this up. I don't know if this is more of a Star Destroyer video or more of a, you know, hammerhead blockade. Anyways, that's it so far, and you know, hopefully I'll be showing some more videos here soon. You know, maybe the Star Destroyer when I start painting it, you know, or get it more assembled, obviously. But right now everything seems to fit good, so I don't want to have people waiting anymore, you know, for the kits. So I want to start getting the kits out, even though the directions aren't done. But I doubt anybody's really going to jump on this kit automatically. And I've been putting the directions on Facebook, so if anyone wants to see them, they can go there and look. So, all right, well, that's it for now, and we'll talk later. At least it's a sunny day. No freaking clouds like it's been for the last 3 days. All right, bye-bye.